Hey guys, I hope you're ready for a bit of variety. Today I'm going to play a battle in the Lord of the Rings, the Battle for Middle-earth 2, The Rise of the Witch King. It's an older game, but when it comes to authenticity within the Lord of the Rings universe, it does a great job. Alright, enough talking. First, we're going to create our own hero, of course under the command of Sauron, the Dark Lord. I think I'll go with an Uruk-hai. The hero creator allows you, after choosing your faction and race, to fully customize your character. You can adjust cosmetic details and scale passive attributes like health regeneration, armor, and more. After that, you select your active abilities, skills such as summoning allies, granting experience to existing troops, activating a berserker mode, and much more. As for me, I want to build my hero as a leader. After creating my hero, I decide to jump into a custom battle. There are numerous authentic maps to choose from, all in different sizes. The larger the map, the more teams, human or AI controlled, can participate in a single match. For now, I'm selecting a small map, just me and one AI opponent. Since my hero is an Uruk-hai, I have to choose the faction of Sauron, the Dark Lord. As for my opponent, I'll go with the Men faction. That should create a pleasant atmosphere. Alright, let's begin.
Work never ends here.
At the beginning, you stand with nothing but your stronghold and 2 loyal workers. These laborers are the foundation of your war machine. They raise the structures that shape your power, buildings that generate resources, recruit armies, unlock upgrades, and fortify your defenses. Every decision in these early moments matters. A weak start can doom your campaign before the first sword is drawn. For now, I command my workers to construct slaughterhouses, dark industrial hearts that will steadily generate the resources needed to fuel Sauron's war.
You know what to do.
The fortress allows me to recruit heroes from the Lord of the Rings universe, or summon those I have created myself. It can be reinforced with defensive and active upgrades, strengthening its walls and empowering its abilities. It is more than just a structure. It is the crown upon Sauron's head, the heart of his dominion.
Work never ends here.
The first step is resource generation. If I intend to win this battle, there are many hungry mouths to feed. That means more than just slaughterhouses. I will also need lumber mills to harvest wood and sustain the war effort. The fires of war have been lit, and I'll be damned if I let them burn without feeding them. The second step, ordering the cursed pits to be dug, the breeding grounds from which my troops, the orcs, will emerge. From these dark depths they will rise and overrun the land. Through the course of battle, additional points are generated, allowing you to unlock powerful active abilities. These include area buffs to strengthen your troops, devastating artillery strikes, or even the summoning of creatures of immeasurable power. At the beginning, 5 points are available, and every choice will shape the fate of this war. The third, and most crucial step, is to begin fortifying as early as possible. In Mordor's case, that means defense towers. As many as I can build, they will stand as Iron Guardians, protecting the heart of this campaign from any assault launched by the men.
There's the enemy. What should we do?
I had just begun recruiting a few orc archers when the first human offensive was already underway. With alarming speed, they moved to destroy one of my slaughterhouses. Filth. But my troops answered swiftly, cutting them down one by one, wiping them from the face of the earth. That was the first human blood to soak into Sauron's soil, and by the cursed blade of the Witch King, I will make sure it will not be the last. After some time, and as my efforts to defend the base began to bear fruit, I recruited my self-created hero. He was meant to be the spearhead, the force that would drive deep into the heart of Middle-earth.
We've expanded this building.
He began to deal with the lowly creatures and their dwellings in the surrounding lands. If this campaign is to succeed, nothing must stand in our way. The cowardly human scum launched attack after attack, but it was already too late. The iron ribs were anchored deep in the earth, guarding the ever-beating heart of Mordor. Their tender flesh became a welcome change for my orc army, a reminder that this war belongs to us. Nothing will break the fortress. Nothing will stop the march. Middle-earth will be ours. Under the leadership of my hero and several orc legions, the first reconnaissance march into the enemy camp began. The roles quickly reversed. It became clear that the enemy not only possessed more buildings but also more troops defending them. My hero ordered a retreat, while the orc forces covered the withdrawal. Though it might have seemed like a pointless sacrifice, it was far from it. One truth became undeniable. Unlike us, the humans had no fortified structures. Their only protection was their troops. But troops can move, and with a proper offensive, they can be driven back. Power that relies solely on soldiers is fragile. It can be scattered, overwhelmed, and broken. Step 4. If you wish to break the humans, it is not enough to shatter their bodies. You must tame beasts that sow fear in their hearts and terror in their ranks. This is where the trolls come into play, mighty armored creatures whose sole purpose is to fight and devour. I increasingly focused on improving the Iron Fortress as well. Long-term endurance would be essential. The walls had to hold. The war would not be decided in a single strike. The beast would inspire dread. The fortress would provide strength.
Dangerous!
They've picked up the ring!
Dangerous!
Then suddenly, in the midst of my efforts to build my army, the news arrived that shook all of Mordor. The enemy, the men, were in possession of the One Ring. Within it lay the power of Sauron and the decisive factor that would determine the fate of Middle-earth. Sauron trembled, and all of Mordor knew it. The final offensive was coming. The armies of Mordor assembled. Then Sauron himself split the darkened sky. From above descended the ring wraiths, the Nazgul upon their fell beasts, a sign that the Dark Lord had granted his blessing. Our hero would lead the final war. Mordor had been empowered to finish the conflict. The fate of Middle-earth now hung on the edge of the blade. There it lay, the fortress of the men. Somewhere within it, the One Ring remained. My troops began the assault on the human lands. No walls, no towers, nothing but scattered forces trying to delay the inevitable. But the message arrived. The One Ring was in the possession of the orcs. They turned back, carrying it once more toward Mordor, back to its master, the Dark Lord. The ring wraiths descended upon the battlefield on their fell beasts, and the screams of the desperate filled the air. One by one, human buildings were reduced to rubble by artillery. The fate of the men, the fate of all Middle-earth, was sealed. The hour of Mordor had come. The hour of the Dark Lord.